Hello, welcome to my second PSA submission reveal. This submission was made during one of their December specials for the era between 2000 to 2020. I have some cool cards that I sent in. I have some nice wins and some unfortunate losses, and I want to teach you from some of the lessons that I learned from this submission. So this is the first card that I submitted. Nice looking card. I like the variation form of this card. The lesson I learned from this one is you got to make sure that you're going to get a 10 if you send in this type of card. I thought this was likely a 10. There were some minor flaws. I do wonder if I got dinged on the new centering requirements that they have. It's a little bit heavy on the right, but when I used my my centering tool, it said it was within 10 range. There were a few small problems, like there's a dimple there on the left side. There was one other dimple on the front. And then, I don't know if you can see it, but right above his picture on the back there, there's kind of a ring on the card. I was hoping that would fall within 10 range. I'm not sure if the centering got me or if that ring got me or that dimple on front. Out of 9, this is only a $10 card, so definitely not worth submitting. I knew this moss refractor wasn't perfect, but I thought it looked really cool. It's numbered to 99. The shine is beautiful. Centering's absolutely perfect. The back looks perfect as well. The corners are impeccable. The only thing I noticed with it is right above him, right there, right above his left shoulder, you can see a little scratch there. I was hoping for a 9, got an 8. I basically broke even with this card though, with that submission. It still looks great slabbed up. So this next one was a big mistake. So I knew this wasn't perfect either, but it's an early Tom Brady, a shiny card, and the surface overall looked really good. You can see right here, there's a scratch right there. So I knew it wasn't going to 10. I was hoping at worst it would be an 8. Right here, there's a little dimple there too, right by his left knee. Otherwise, the card is in great shape. Corners are impeccable. Back is in perfect shape. So my mistake with this one is I love the website Sports Card Pro, but they're not the most accurate when it comes to values of cards. So when I looked at this, it said that an 8 was valued at $50. So my thought was, well, if I got an 8, no big deal. I'm still out ahead about $25. Problem is, they had incorporated a blue parallel into their 8s, and the blue parallels are short numbered. If I would have paid attention to the cards below that, I would have noticed that they were selling for about $10. So this is a $10 card, and I lost about $15 on this one. So definitely not worth submitting. Once again, it looks cool slabbed up, but definitely lost some money on this one. This is probably my favorite card from the order. This is a personal collection card. I'm a Packers fan. These tricolor prisms are really cool. The shine is just great. It's so well centered. I knew this was going to get a 10. And then on the back, it's number 4, so it's his jersey number. So this is totally a PC card. Card Ladder says it's worth $35, but I'm not selling this card. This next one was the biggest one of my order. It's a really nice looking color match Saquon rookie. I get this at my local card shop for $20 to grade it, and it's worth $193, so made about $150 on this card. It's in great shape. I had a good idea this would gem as well. This was my other big loss, so I like submitting the grades, and I think Derrick Henry's one of our current great players. So when I submitted it, I was worried about this right corner. But I kind of went back and forth with myself on this. It was hard to tell, is that corner part of the design, the white specks, or is that a dinged corner there? Left corner as well. I looked at it under a microscope. I couldn't see any paper loss, so I thought it was probably part of the design, but that's the biggest flaw with this card. After I submitted it, I noticed there was a little defect on the back as well. I can't get the camera to pick it up, but there's a little defect on the back as well, but not enough to push it down to a 7. And I don't know if I can pick it up on the camera, but that corner is uplifted a little bit, so maybe it truly is a white corner there. So that was a loss as well. It's still a $20 card, so I only lost 10 bucks on it, but should not have sent that one in. This one I knew wouldn't gem as well. I was hoping he would make it into the Hall of Fame this year. I'll keep it till he makes it into the Hall of Fame. I think he'll make it in someday. This one had a few small scratches on the front. Got that dimple right there. But what I learned from this submission was PSA does not grade on a curve. I thought, well, that's a really nice looking chrome card from 2004. Very little surface flaws. Centering's perfect. Back is in perfect shape. Maybe a little bit of white there, but nothing major. So although it's a great looking card, I still got dinged for those scratches on front. I didn't expect a 10, to be honest with you. I'll keep that one until he makes it into the Hall of Fame someday. This is another PC card. Love the pop of the blue there. And then this is a bookend, $2.99 out of $2.99. This is another example of how PSA doesn't grade on a curve. Really cool looking card. Shine is great. And I knew these corners weren't perfect. Bottom left, bottom right. The corners are a bit dented as well. Really nice example. Bet at an 8. It's I basically broke even on this one. Still looks nice in a slab. I was hoping this one was gonna gem. Still looks really cool. The Hyper Prisms are really cool cards. And I thought it was nice that it was a color match with the Eagles. This is numbered out of 175. So, although I got a 9, it's still worth $64 according to Card Ladder. Those Hyper Prisms are so cool. I also love these Panini logo prisms. I have the Aaron Rodgers from this year, and these cards just pop, and they look so good slabbed up. I got this one for $5, so it's now worth $75. So I made a nice $50 on this. This one I wasn't sure if it was going to gem or not. The front is perfect. On the back, there's 2 dimples. You can kind of see one right there. And right there's a dimple. But they let those slide, which is nice. So I did learn from this submission that you can have a couple dimples on the back of the card and you can still jam. Like I said, the front of this card looked pretty perfect. So I knew this one wouldn't gem either, but for a first edition and a 20-year-old card, I thought it looked great. Once again, they don't grade on a curve. So the major problem I saw with this one is there's a rough cut in the bottom right corner. I was actually anticipating an 8. Otherwise, the card looked perfect. And what I learned from this one is take a picture of your card before you send it in. So this corner was not dinged before I sent it in. The main reason I sent this in is because the black corners are perfect. And for obviously one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, I thought it'd look cool to have this thing slabbed up and thought I could earn some cash from it. With this one, I wanted to see what they would do with some front dipples. I thought the centering looked great on this. And the back of the card looks perfect. Even the bottom right black corner looks perfect as well. Maybe some slight edge wear, but nothing horrible. The major flaw with this one was that dimple right there, right next to his left foot. And I'm not sure if that's what got me a 9 or not, but that was the major flaw that I could see. Still worthwhile sending in. At a 9, this is worth $37, so didn't make much money on this. But it looks nice slabbed up. I'll keep this one until at least before the preseason. See if I can make a little money back on that one. And we'll end with a win. Obviously white corners, white edges, so pretty easy card to grade. But this one had no perceptible flaws to me. So I learned a lot from this submission. I don't have any other submissions in the works right now, but I'll definitely be a little more choosy with the cards that I send in the future. I appreciate you watching, and hope you have a great rest of your day.